And what you're seeing is the systematic destruction of one motorcycle, a little bit at a time. But I've been working on a fix for the throttle by wire YCC-T system, and we've discovered it's a problem when you go to launch at a drag race. And one of the things I've found is I've got the give you a little background here. Let me back out here again. I've got the whole throttle body rack sitting out on a board on top of the bike here, all by itself. And the bike's on, and you can see when you move that servo, when you move the sensor, the servo follows it. If you go into a diagnostic routine, it keeps up with it a little better. But when you're at, let me zoom in here a little bit. When you're about to start the bike, it makes a little bit of difference here because it doesn't go wide open. But I put a little micro switch right here that you can see, and try to zoom in here a little bit more. See that? See that roller? Now this is working pretty good. You know, coming loose from it when it's coming out of contact with it when it's sitting here and you haven't got the bike started. That's because the throttle plates don't respond very well till the bike starts. Then it keeps right up with it. Let me go into diagnostics and you'll see that. First screen of diagnostics. There's the second one. Now you can hear a change in it. Now we'll back out here a little bit. Now when I move that, it's keeping pace with it pretty good. And you can see that on the display here, if I go to 50, it comes out of contact with it right about 90 reading on the indicator. So what I'm doing is if you go back, see if the servo doesn't keep up with this, it doesn't move at all. So you'll see now, you know what the servo is doing by keeping up with it. The servo moves this linkage here. When you turn the bike off, that linkage doesn't move at all. So on the dyno, you're going to go wide open with that, and this is not going to follow with you. It's going to stay behind because the computer has control of it. There being, it drops that limit switch out. So I'm going to add resistance to the circuit and drop the voltage level going back to the ECU, and it will go ahead and open the butterflies more because it thinks that this voltage reference coming back from the TPS has dropped a little, so it opens it more to raise that reference. But it causes a problem. If it goes all the way wide open, because the voltage has been dropped here, it can run all the way up and sort of deadhead onto maximum opening position. So I've installed another limit switch right here so that when the throttles get all the way open, it touches and it takes that resistor back out of it. So when you need it, it will allow the throttle plates to go open faster, and when they actually get wide open, that drops it back out. That's the YCC-T fix number 1. So thought you might like to see that. Alright, now what I've got here is a potentiometer, and hopefully you can see down into where the throttle bodies are, and I'm going to set the extra opening angle with this pot because I've put it in the circuit. So I could You can see it opening up there. See it open up? So I could put about that much more additional angle, opening angle into it if I wanted to. And when I take it out, it snaps closed because it gives an error. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll jumper this in between the limit switches, and you can see it operate. I'll be right back. Okay, now I've installed this switch to show you the extra throttle angle. I don't know if you can see down in there or not. See what's happening? I got the pot turned up too much. Hold on just a second. Oh, wire came off. That wire. I'll have to breadboard all this. Okay. That's stock. That's the new opening angle. Stock. New opening angle. So, stock, new. What do you think about that? I wanted to do a little close up here. Show you I've put this switch in here. And what this switch does is takes it between my modified opening angle and the stock angle. That's modified, and when I click that off, that's stock. Modified, stock. So you can turn this on and off if you want to. You get to the drag strip, turn it on. Now you got a modified opening angle, because when you're before you start it, it only allows you to go that open that far. Let me zoom in. Hold a light here. That's as far as it allows you to go. Then you put my circuit in here, and I can actually open that all the way up if I wanted to. But that's a pretty good opening angle, opening rate right there. Of course, when it gets wide open, the limit switching back drops it out. So there it is.